Hello, hello. Oh my god, I just have a technical difficulty. I was like, oh my god, we're doing so great. Hello, chat. Howdy, hey. So, um, my Discord's like, we're live, and I'm like, I know, it's me. So apparently, all of you need to launch a new MLM, and when you do, it's betrayal, Bora Bora, and a boatload of buzzwords. And we're here. So, hello, squirrels, Neurokin, and I was like, am I muted? And everyone just here for the MLM dumpster fire. Y'all better have your kazoos and lint rollers ready because today's guest speaker, i.e. the video we ripped from Facebook, just took us on a tropical trauma dump from Modere to Make Wellness and somehow tried to make Peptide sound like a revolution. Buckle up, there's fallacies, manipulation, and a full-blown MLM makeover. Um, I don't know what else to say other than I put my disclaimer button on my board.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on a memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
Hello, I will let y'all know what the song is. It's by Ellis Clear My Head. Ellis Clear My Head, and you can listen to it on Spotify, and you can also download it for free on YouTube. But give them a listen on a app that helps their algorithms. But I'm DC, your autistic MLM dropout, and today we are live reacting to a Modere turned Make Wellness leader doing a spiritual sales pitch while floating on a I don't know what, some other kind of boat on Bora Bora. On Bora Bora? In Bora Bora? Just back it up. We have to speak tonight. This video is a case study in MLM pivot culture and the overuse of leadership, love bombing, and the founder, and some deeply twisty pseudoscience about peptides. Was this a resignation speech? No, I guess that's a little too late for that. A recruitment video? Probably. A multi-level marketing TED Talk? Who can say? But what I can say is that this script is prescription script is bursting with logical fallacies, cult tactics, and pseudoscientific claims, so we're going to dissect it timestamp by timestamp. Drop your kazoo if you're a member emoji when you hear a classic MLM catchphrase. And if you're not a member, drop a squirrel in the chat. Drop a squirrel if something makes you go, who did this? You're probably not alone. Chat, hero and howls to you all. Hello, hello, hello. We're doing chill lady tonight. We're doing grumpy lady tomorrow. By grumpy, I mean we're going to make sure to turn the volume down because we're going to get yelled at for 28 minutes. Now, I will say, this video was 28 minutes long, and I took out like 400 pauses, so it's only 24, 23 minutes long. We're here for it. First live, welcome. I know we don't normally, we'll just do welcome to Illyria just for funsies.
Horatio Gold,
Happy first live.
headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
I like the song, the intro song, a lot because it reminded me of what I felt when just what I felt, but also what I, a little bit about what I experienced, like leaving MLM, and I don't know. It's a vibe. Live chat thinks it's a vibe. It's a good time. Danielle, thank you so much. And me, welcome back to membership. Danielle, thank you so much. Oh my god, y'all are the best. Hold on, remember? Just making sure I don't miss any milestones, and y'all yell at me if I do, okay? Avery, hero. Yeah, I got this when she was at the Olympics, because I was like, maybe you need help paying for stuff, because the women's rugby team and lots of women's teams are not sponsored in any way, so the gymnastics team, yes, but rugby, not. And anyways, I was like, I'll buy a shirt. So. Okay, Amy, have a good lurk. Please lick the stream. It tastes like expired peptides. I don't know what I said earlier, but I chuckled at myself, and I was like, that's probably too John Melton of me, so I'm going to stop. We were on a members only stream earlier today, and we didn't, there were science people in the chat, but I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And Amy was living their best life. And so when Amy came to the second live stream earlier for members only, I had gone to ChatGPT/Perplexity and said, can you explain MSM to me like I'm 5? And it proceeded to explain it like we were 5 with Lego bricks and a castle. And I said, I'm so sorry, Amy, during that live stream. Please switch from Top Chat Purgatory, that's what we call it here, Top Chat Purgatory to live chat. You're going to have a lot more fun when you can see all the messages. You have to hold on to something good when we're watching fuckery afoot, you know? Hello, Germany. I love seeing where all y'all are from. And I know, feel free to be private too. I'm in Texas. I'm gonna, fix my life a little bit. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm crooked. There's gonna be no help for it. High and a low. Before we start, we gotta do the high and low. If you're new here, I'm not trying to be a therapist. Something that was helpful when I was in therapy and the partial hospitalization program and IOP and all this other good stuff is we offered a high and a low. Even if we didn't feel good, we just did it every day. And so my high is I was able to do a full workout today-ish. And kind of do my self-care stuff afterwards. And I ate well today. And then my low was I had anxiety about my parents meeting with my therapist for no reason. They had a lovely talk. So the loud voices, I was misinterpreting the wrong way. Hello to the late night European crew. Yeehaw, or something, Julie. Texas here too? What? When I look at my little analytics, I just refresh to see the countries that my little channel reaches, and it keeps me warm at night, honestly. I did turn up her volume, so we're going to have to see what it is. I don't know if I'm going to be too loud or too quiet for the ads. I don't know if I have the bandwidth to mess with that, but the best I can do tonight is manage the streamed sound to the audio sound, the video sound, and then I'm going to be looking into how to make sure my stream sound matches what YouTube wants it to. Normally it does it, mostly automatically. On my last upload I did, I had to export it at negative 14 LUFs, or no, it wasn't a LUF. It was something, so that YouTube wouldn't mess with it and it would be the same sound as the ads. I don't know how to do it on a live stream yet, so. Hi, free donuts. Oh my god, that is a high. Low ended up in urgent care just to be safe when I noticed a symptom. Oh, good. I hope you're okay. Hi, I'm at my mom's chillin'. Low, still in grief. I'm sorry, Elise. Is Greece even one of those analytics? I'll share next time we look in the analytics. Clock a hero. Hi, getting cuddles from my cat. That's a great high. Hi, I hiked in all 4 of Texas's national forts over the weekend. Megan, I love that. Low, I'm nervous about work stuff. The best thing I can do, from one worrier to other worriers out there, do your best to not tell yourself stories until something's actually happened, and make sure you have something delightful to do after the stressful situation. Oh, it's okay, Mila. Hi, my friend's colonoscopy this morning was all clear. Let's go. Low, I had to get up at 4 a.m. to take her, so I'm exhausted. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Hi, I'm cussing. I'm cussing people out in Modere all day long. I'm cutting out some sewing projects. Low, long physical work day today. I'm sorry. Okay. Hi, got a good workout in. Let's go, Avery. Low, also nervous about work. Y'all, good vibes to all y'all. Okay, let's just go. I got this nifty 3D printed little tray for my stream deck that slides in under my desk, and it makes my desk, well, when I don't have a bunch of shit all over it, way clear for crafting. I'm so excited. I'll have to post a picture in Discord. Oh no, Suzanne, I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely. With the exception of Jessica's waterfront meet cute fails. Absolutely tell yourself stories about that. All right, let's go. I've also snuck into a Nueva Zoom call, and that is on my computer over here. So if I have to quickly end another stream, that is why. Aaron and I are reacting to this on Wednesday. Hi, got my sink drained, fixed. Low, I had to work after being off for a long weekend. Oh, that's the worst, Chelsea. Hi, front tooth is fixed. Let's go. When I heard that, I was like, I hope she gets it fixed soon. Internal thought. Forgot to do external thought. Heather said, hi, got to learn something new at work. Low, used muscles not normally used at work, so I'm sore. I get that. If you are on the replay crew, feel free to leave me a high and a low, and I'm catching up on comments after my workout tomorrow. I don't know. You'll have to think of something, Jessica. Hi, good day at work. Low, not really anything. Oh, good. Good. All right. Okay. Someone take pity on me and...
Hello.
Oh God, we are echoing. Okay.
Hello, everybody. I am coming to you all live in Bora Bora.
Hello? Is that even? Hello, Andrea? Is it Andrea or Andrea? Hi, I am better. Low, I was in a car... What? You're better from your car crash, or you're better? Or both? Honestly, same. We're not continuing on with the stream until we figure out if... What? How to pronounce Andrea's name? And 2, making sure Andrea is okay. SakuraCon was fun. Seattle Low Cheesecake Factory nearly burned down and caused chaos. Was Harry Dresden there? It's funny because Harry Dresden sets fire on lots of things in the books my dad and I love. High worked on straightening my room. Low skipped working a contract job which only pays if I show up. Oh. I should have asked before I put Andrea on the spot. So I'm going to play the video and then I'll keep an eye out for the chat. How's the sound? I have some bruises, but the car's gone. Oh no. Can I rage about insurance really quickly? I will preface this under the umbrella of I'm grateful I have insurance. Setting that aside, it's frustrating when you get in a crash and then insurance won't fix it. The money they do give you will pay for a car that is less good than the car that got totaled. And so you went from having a working vehicle to a non-existent vehicle because you can't buy the same vehicle for the amount of cash they gave you. I know that's probably not something to rage about, but I can never stop thinking about it. So I had to get it out. Oh my God, I'm so glad that y'all are okay. You got hit by a drunk driver. Oh my God. Also, health insurance denying people who are sick, who have paid their health insurance for their entire life, have never been sick, and then will deny them for CANCER treatment. That's fuckery too. Andrea, I'm glad you and your mom are okay. Please don't drink and drive. Just don't. Oh, good, Dither. Oh no, I hate that, Dither. Good for your child. Sorry about being late for work. Or almost late for work. Our general PSA, our thesis for the stream is don't drink and drive. I'm gonna guess that the audio is okay.
I actually can't remember the last time I went live here on Facebook, but yeah, don't mind me. We're on this like little deck thing and we're gonna go snorkel here in a little bit. It is truly the most epic place we've ever been to. It's been on our...
The transitions, the cutting of the audio is because we deleted pauses and filler words. There were only 29 filler words, so that's pretty good for a video. Oh my God, I'm so sweaty. I took a shower and then it's like you have to cool down from your shower and it's just, I'm like, why do I even take showers? Honestly, I don't know. Hello, Emberry. I'm glad you're okay. I think we're collectively happy for your and your mom's okayness. And I'm very happy that y'all are okay. Thank you, Heather.
Dream list for a very, very long time, but I wanted to come on here and share a few things that are on my heart. And what's so crazy is that like we're here and like the news I got yesterday, and it's just been a crazy 24 hours or whatever it is. And so long story short, my former company that I was with for 5 years shut their doors yesterday. And my phone was blowing up with notifications. I'm like, what's going on? So I obviously saw it and immediately I started crying. I was like shaking because...
She doesn't sound very sad. Yeah, I don't know. A duck-shaped floaty, Bora Bora, emotional trauma. Yep, we're doing MLM grief content with tropical vibes today. And she also doesn't sound that sad. This, like, her whole setup, I don't know. Her vibe, martyrdom. Where's my martyrdom one? Were you ready? I was so close. Where's our martyrdom one? Logical fallacies. MLM logical fallacies. Oh no, these are the new ones. Argumentum ad martyrdom fallacy. Claiming that suffering or sacrifice proves your idea is right or worthwhile. For example, I gave up everything to join this opportunity, so it has to be amazing. I know that's where she's going. She's opening with her vacation to Bora Bora and the beautiful scenery, and then, heartbreak. I'm so sad. It's like a sympathy loop, but it feels like we're kind of getting smashed by one of those soft kind of hammers that you use when you don't want to mess something up, but you need to tap it. And then, uplifted and smashed. Just a rotation of fuckery. Yeah, you have to show what time freedom really looks like. None of it. Sometimes... Here, we'll count it. Well, y'all have to count it. Or someone who wants to count it. Every time she says grateful, we'll just add a kazoo. Being sad in Bora Bora after the company closes down gives so out of touch vibes. Hi, Sparrow! I don't know if everybody was in school today or not, but I hope you had a good day. That's true. I'm from the amount of time I've seen teams rated, there's certain things. Okay. Live stream finished. Sorry, I'm doing two things at the same time. I am hopefully self-aware enough to know that not everyone's like me. Not everyone's a weeping willow. Not everyone. There's a whole range of personalities, how you see the world, how you interact in the world. I understand the complexity of that. I'm also... This video was done like a few days after Modere closed, maybe 2 days after, something like that. And I get glimpses of her not smiling nervously, but it seems like from the pattern I've watched with lots of big leaders of, since she's in Make Wellness, of like, we were right. We escaped this clusterfuck, and I'm in the best spot. Oh, by the way, I'm so sad because I spent 5 years there, but also my team is recruiting. That's what it seems like to me. And I'm willing to be wrong, if that makes sense. 50 likes, let's go. And I love like the different perspectives in the chat. Y'all are the best. Hello, Jill. All right.
I was honestly so in shock that they just up and closed their doors, shut down the website, sent an email to all the Modere social marketers, all the Modere customers, and just like that, everyone's livelihoods and the people that I know that are still at Modere, even new people that are at Modere, just everything taken from them within a blink of an eye. And I just hope this live video helps because first off, I have a tie to Modere because I was there for 5 years, and I'm so still grateful for that opportunity and that company.
Why would you... I don't necessarily want to give someone the benefit of the doubt after I've watched so many leaders say, oh my God, I'm so sorry this happened, and I'll be praying for you, and also, we're recruiting. That gets me. As someone who's pretty naive and also always wants to give someone, like, the benefit of the doubt, sometimes I feel less like doing that because there seems to be a interesting pattern of behavior. So, anyways, I don't know. What do y'all think?
and all of the personal development that I got, and obviously how much value it added to my life. It allowed me to add to others. And it honestly, back in the day in 2019, was really just an opportunity that revived me. It saved me because I have gone through this. My first company I started when I was 18 years old. And I did that for 8 years. I started that when I was playing D1 soccer. The company was called Advocare. Some of you might.
No. Advocare had to restructure. Advocare used to be an MLM. There was somebody I used to follow that was a top leader, and then they left because it wasn't an MLM anymore, I think. And then she started her own kind of workout program, Michelle Bishop. Oh no, Chrissy, I'm so sorry. Oh no, you're good. And there's room for everybody here, Broken Waffles. I'm very much give it the benefit of the doubt, and then it's like, in this situation, I'm not trying to do a hold apart fallacy where I say everyone is sneaky, so this person's sneaky. I'm maybe withholding my benefit of the doubt because I haven't found somebody yet who actually has genuine empathy that the person extending the empathy won't profit from. I think I'm just withholding that a little bit later than I normally do. And if y'all have differences of opinions, absolutely. Let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat. Randy Anderson was an advocate. Yeah, Advocare was an MLM for a long time. Red Raider perked up. Honestly, when Red Raider pops in because we've said something, what would I call it? Tax-adulterous, the money stuff, or someone on the chat, not the chat, but the stream has said something, it's a delight. Oh my god. Yes, we very much appreciate Red Raider working and lurking. You knew someone who was a part of it as a graphic designer? Oh.
Be familiar. It's actually still a business, still a company. You can still purchase the products. People can still make money more as just an affiliate. So what happened was we were told to get on a leader call. And I remember I was getting on a flight from Florida and I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is about, you know? And I just remember getting the news and feeling heartbroken, so blindsided, shocked. All of a sudden, my future, my dreams, my goals, my passions were just stripped from me. They felt stolen from me, essentially. And I think Advocare was one of the first companies to go affiliate, meaning if you're somebody that's watching this.
They didn't just decide to go affiliate. They got slapped. They were, from what I understand, found to be having operated as close to a pyramid scheme or a pyramid scheme, and then they had to restructure against their will. Maybe I'm wrong. Remember, for 20 months? Wait, what? Did I miss something she said? I'm sure I did. I'm all over the place. My floof is begging for cheese. The cheese tax must be paid, Emberry.
And you're not super familiar with the direct selling industry, essentially what happens is you can sell products, earn great income, all the reps can, and you can also, build out your organization and your team and earn income in other areas, and by helping others, earn income, diversify their income, kind of view it as like micro franchises of your online business. And so you get some
micro franchises of your online business. If the company model, the organizational model was not something to be ashamed of, how come everybody and their mom and dad or partner or parent or whatever, everyone has to change the language about multi-level marketing so much? because people's impressions of MLMs aren't good. So if you didn't have anything to be embarrassed about, why are you speaking like this? Is my question. Hello, Aaron? Is that a Monet hat? I think it's the upgrade from a Monet hat. I think it's I think this is a
Take back, from the company by helping.
Sorry, I think it's the I escaped a Modere collapse and now you can join my team hat. Well, but also it probably could be a Monet hat because the Monet girlies who wear the hats, a lot of times they don't do their hair, so. 15 months? Our chat rescue ninja said 15 months of membership. Wow, 15 months of anti-MLM snark and silliness with DC. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. Live chat makes it real fun. Thank you for being thank you for being here, and then also thank you for supporting me financially. I'm very grateful. Oh, if y'all want to follow. So I always miss this with Savannah. Here's Savannah's channel. She's getting close to 100,000. So if you're watching this and you're like, am I going to like Savannah? Yes, you are. If you like anti-MLM, anti-scam, just all of the fuckery being exposed, you're going to want to, and very snarkalicious, Savannah's your person. Help her get to 100,000. And also, Aaron's moving on up too. I think Aaron's working on 17,000. What are y'all doing? Love it. I survived Modere and all I got was this lousy hat. Do I want to make a shirt though? My sister has a cricket. I survived the Modere collapse and all I got was this lousy shirt. I'm going to make it for next stream. Oh my God. I'm going to make it for the Wednesday night stream. Oh my God. Y'all are delightfully smart. Broken waffles. Let me see if I missed something. If I miss something, y'all just yell at me because I'm distractimated.
Bring people in and by helping them grow and everything. So overnight, well, they actually, looking back, what a blessing. They gave us 90 days, I think it was 60 to 90 days of, hey, we're still going to pay you out, but your entire teams, everything that you've built, and some people have been there way longer than me, just stripped. It's going to be gone in 90 days. So any customers that are direct.
Oh, boo-hoo. You have to make all your money by affiliate. So if you weren't making money by selling to customers, you were making money by the financial sacrifices of your downline. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to step on my downline so that my bank account can get padded. What am I going to do? Oh, I don't really give a shit about customers buying my stuff. I'm going to go find another MLM because why not work with a glorified customer who's an independent contractor? You know what people in Modere... Sorry, I'm going to rage for just a second. If you're here because you're like, oh my God, compassion. I'm not going to be compassionate about this because the top leaders who are basically saying, oh my God, I got out of line because the line moved. Everybody who's behind me, let's retain our structure as we go to the new line. I know that happens sometimes, but that's not how it happens in MLM. It's first come, first served. So if someone had decided to go with Modere before their whole entire team decided to go with Modere, they were told, hey, we're going to retain our structure so that there is less drama. You know what's dramatic? Saying, oh my God, all those people who want to be higher up and don't really want to work towards getting higher up in the company? No worries, no problem. Same organization, new company. That just sounds selfish as hell. Oh my God. Okay, here's the TLDR. This lady is in Modere, and she followed Justin Prince right after he was terminated, essentially when she found out he was doing Make Wellness. She's gonna spill some more tea. She was in Modere before, then she's in Make Wellness now. She's about to talk some shit about Modere. We love it. And She's gonna essentially give us her twisty pitch to how incredible Make Wellness is and how incredible peptides are. You have your emotional support heating pad. That's awesome. We love some justifiable rage.
To you, I'm not even going to dive into that, but basically only the people direct to you, you'll still benefit and get some commissions. So 90%.
You'll still benefit and get some commissions after 90 days?
Of our income just basically gone, but at least, they hopped on a call with us and they gave us a little time, to kind of figure things out. And I just, again, will not forget the feeling that I felt. And yesterday reminded me of that feeling. Obviously, I'm not in Modere anymore, but knowing what it feels like and feeling those feelings.
So this was the day after. This was day after Modere closes. Everyone's freaking out. She's on her vacation to Bora Bora. The water looks incredible. The weather looks incredible. I don't know why you're doing this Zoom on your vacation, but here we are. It's mostly location freedom, not time freedom. It's okay. I've been running my mouth. You're good. Well, there's a chance if y'all can go onto her reel that she posted, and you can either tag Kara Color and say, I love getting to see what Kara Color, whatever it's called, that Erin's going to do next. It's, it's the highlight of my, whatever. It's the highlight of my stream. Or watching her stream. Whatever you want to say that it feels genuine. If they know that y'all will buy from her affiliate link, they are going to be more likely to give her an affiliate link. And if they get interest in her reel, that can help Erin too. So, yes. You can go, I think Erin's the real beast. I'll tag it. Yep. The real beast mode. Copy. Sorry, 1 second. Copy profile URL. I just need to message the person who gave me the... Yep. Mm-hmm. Where are you? Please hold. I'm sorry. Yep. Yep. Just telling someone who gave me a link that I got on. All right. I wish I wasn't too scared to bleach my hair because I would love to try purple hair. The thing is, you want to go with someone who has experience, slowly getting your hair to that blonde level. You can do it in a healthier way, but again, it's more expensive because purple hair is so cool. Good night, Kristen.
For other people that I know that are still there. And just in general, anytime a company shifts, anytime someone loses a job, right? Anytime someone's fired, anytime someone's livelihood is taken from them.
So now they are employees because it's a job, and every other time they're a business owner because they're the CEO. Pick one. Stay in a lane. Hey, Carmen. Hello, everyone who's come to the chat, and I've missed saying hello to you. Howdy, hey. Yeah, and y'all do your own hair cool. I had a girl melt my hair off in Wisconsin, and I'm extra sassy about it because I went sorry, sidetrack. I have a lot of hair. It can slow people up because they've trained on like other hair. And that's not me going, oh my God, I have a lot of hair. It's going, and I've had this happen. Oh my God, I have a lot of hair. I've broken clippers, whatever. I've broken scissors. I've had awful haircuts because, and this is how I know that I'm going to get a bad haircut. Oh, you have a lot of hair. That's how I know. And I've had it 3 or 4 times, and I've had awful haircuts, which is why now I just, please cut it straight across. That's all I want right now. So I go to this girl because we've gone to a new duty station, and I was trying to be smart, and I had budgeted for it. I was like, I'm going to go get a deep conditioning treatment at the salon that I'm thinking about going to from the beautician, cosmetologist, whatever, the hairdresser who I want to work with. And so I told her what I wanted, and she spent, whatever, an hour with me. She can feel how much hair I have. She blows it out. So I'm thinking, you have a good idea about how much hair I have. And at the time, my hair was lighter, okay? It wasn't, I had it lightened significantly, like when I was still living in Texas, and I had a great lady that I worked with. And so I go and I make the second appointment because I wanted to touch up my hair. Sorry, I'm clicking this in rage. And I know like how long something normally takes because I've been to this good hairdresser for a long time, 3+ years. And she's doing my color. And she goes, whatever, bleach. She goes back and she makes another tub of bleach. And then she goes back and makes another one. And so I've been sitting here with bleach on my hair longer than bleach has ever been on my hair. And I spoke up for myself and I said, hey, how long is this going to be? I've never had bleach on my hair this long before. And so whenever she washed it out, I start pulling on it, and my hair is falling off. You know how your hair gets stretchy when you bleach it? Stretching to its death. They kind of, well, they had already, whatever, put the demi-permanent whatever on in the bowl, and so I'm pulling my hair. My hair is normally healthy. It's in great condition. I'll just say that. And I was very upset, and I shouldn't. I still paid for my service. I wasn't trying to be a douche canoe. I was just trying to I tried to do all the work I could to find somebody who could handle my hair. And it felt disingenuous to me that you knew I had that much hair, and you were surprised at how much hair I had. Anyways, I'm not trying to be one of those Karens. I just was frustrated. So then I found a great person to work with the rest of my time, and she helped get my hair back on track. And my hair wasn't short before, it was long. And I do pay extra because I have a lot of hair and it's long. I don't mind doing that. I just want to work with somebody who knows what they're doing. That's all. I don't know why I just told you that story, but we're going back to the video now.
That's an experience that is so sensitive, and obviously it breaks my heart when that happens to people, right? I mean, at the end of the day, parents, families, people, they got to make a living to put food on the table, to live, right? And so behind, just even the dollar.
This feels ironic a little bit that she's doing this from her it looks like expensive vacation to Bora Bora in her $250 swimsuit and cover up and hat and sunglasses. I don't know. It feels a little bit maybe out of touch. Just a little bit.
Making income in these companies, there's community, there's so many other areas of ways that I think that it pays you with, again, like I said, personal development, obviously the different income stream.
Can I just, if you're watching this and you understand you're in a multi-level marketing company or you've left one and then you're thinking about joining a new one and you think that you have to get into an MLM and be in that community to have any kind of personal development. You don't. Oh, you're just a hater. You're always going to tell me I don't have to do that. I'm telling you this as somebody who got out of MLM. I was in MLM from Mary Kay, February 2014. I got out of a different MLM, Young Living, in April of 2022. I'm not trying to do the logical fallacy of more time makes me more credible. I'm saying that I've been in for an experience of time and been around an environment where they said, personal development, personal development, personal development. Your success, is can only be as high as you're personally developed, and you can essentially only do it here, or you have to pay for one of our conferences to do it. You can watch YouTube. You can read a book that's not twisty as hell. Maybe even read a novel. Maybe try reading for enjoyment again. Maybe try going to the movies again. Maybe, I don't know, something where you're not having to do everything and paying to access your commission check and then paying to be around people who are going to tell you to pay for a bigger order and then tell you to pay for personal developing books. You can watch a ton of incredible authors do speeches on YouTube as a starting point, and it's free. I'm not even saying watch anti-MLM content. I'm just saying you're affirming their mindset that you have to do personal development within the ecosystem of an MLM when you do that personal development. And it, whatever the right term is, I don't know what the right term is. I know someone in the live chat that Replay Crew does, where it strengthens, like, their position. What am I trying to say? I don't remember. Insomnia. Our Insomnia buddies. Hello. Oh, it's okay. We're at 78. Bless y'all for getting me to an even number, because I think there's like 78 people here who are anti-MLM, and then the other 70 people are like low-key hate watching, which that's okay. That's okay. This lady was already in Make Wellness, so I don't think you can be that offended if you're in Modere. Although, I mean, formerly in Modere. Sorry. Maybe you are offended because Make Wellness and everyone's like, told you so. Not that they should have, because it was no independent rep's fault. It was, according to Dave Simony, a billionaire who had a bad day, even though Modere was the one that had to go to a venture capital group and get an infusion of $20 million. That's neither here nor there.
But it's a family. It is a family.
No.
And my first company, you guys, I was 18 when I started. That was taken away from me. I was shocked. I was 23 years old, I think it was. 24, I can't remember. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm done. Like, I did have
Bye,
real
kitty.
estate investments. I had some money coming in from there. So that was great. But I'm like, there's no other company I want to go to. I'm done. They screwed us over, because I literally thought I'd do that company forever. My vision was set. I thought I was there. I was going to be there until the day I died. No lie. Like, I was all in. And, obviously after that happened, I saw true colors come out. I mean, people were like sharks. I mean, it was a really just...
Going from being frustrated by the sharks to being the shark. Interesting transition, in my opinion.
Sad time too, just seeing true colors. I don't even know if I want to say true colors, just people acting out of
We're at
fear,
81.
of scarcity, and not knowing what their future entails. So obviously that's part of it, being desperate. So that was really sad and heartbreaking, people that I looked up to for years. And a lot of people kind of immediately just jumped right away to a company. They just pivoted, tried to take people, boom, just went to another company. And yeah.
Why is that? If you're in MLM, or you are in Modere, you're in another MLM, can I just ask you a question? And when you get out of a multi-level marketing company, a high control group, any high control group, because high control groups can be in families, they can be in religions, they can be in the political realm, they can be in businesses, they can be in multi-level marketing companies. When you get out of MLM, all of a sudden, questions don't become attacks. Questions just become questions, because good business opportunities, good leaders can stand up to scrutiny. You can mull that over. But she just said that she had a company, not that she started working for a company. So if it was her company, how did the company screw her over? Coconuts. That's too much sense for this stream. Hey, Lauren. Yeah, if y'all are listening and I haven't messed up or doxed myself, open up the live chat. If you're wondering what posts tomorrow, it's the live stream from last night that we snuck in, and it's only 2 hours now because I took out all the mess ups. Prey to predator.
It's good to take action right away. It's good to, I'm a believer in taking action. Success follows.
No, everyone, ex-Modere people, if you're like, oh my God, I'm so frustrated that people are moving already, you have to move fast to get to the top of your organizational triangular prism structure. Or a triangular prism scheme. I didn't come up with that. Someone else in the live chat did. Let's set that aside. Okay, I'm not going to use any language that's going to offend you. Let's say you're John Melton. Or let's say you're Justin Prince. And underneath Justin Prince is the other guy who's now going to be funding John Melton's new group. And under that person, John Melton. John Melton has all the legs as they start to grow out. Like this. So it's in the best interest of the person, the leader at the top, to ask their organizations to move over in the same order, because that means they get to still be at the top. And there's companies that will give them priority positions in their new company via bridge contracts. That's not going to be the same with Justin Prince. John Melton, although he claimed to have the product shippable in 7 days, and that is not the case. Oh, Emmy, have a good... I hope that, I hope your re-entry into business work as opposed to work of... I mean, I guess adding a business to your platter of keeping humans alive and doing work. I hope that goes well. Coconuts. That's okay. We're building a castle with our hater rocks. We're actually building it out of Legos. Because that's how we understand stuff now. The hoops, if you're listening, Jess King said this. The hoops you would mentally have to jump through in order to keep returning to MLM after being burned multiple times by the same business model. I think they get talked into. Because they've gaslit themselves, or the leaders have gaslit people on the team so much, you're very insecure and you question all of your gut instincts because your uplines and MLMs ask you to not listen to your gut instincts. And so when you see like, hey, something feels off here, you're like, oh, that's one of my broken parts of my mindset, because my body still doesn't want to do scary things because I'm living inside my safe sphere. You're taught to look to somebody else's opinion more than yours, and then you get stuck in other groups. And if you're making a shit ton of money in MLM, your downline probably isn't. Because guess what? I know everyone hates this statistic. 99.6% of people don't make any money, lose money, or go into debt in multi-level marketing. And if you're a leader and that doesn't hit you in your heart and with some kind of compassion for your downline, maybe take a second, maybe take a nap, maybe eat a snack if you're in a health and wellness MLM. Because holy shit. Oh, people on my team are winning. How many people on your team are winning, or are you too distracted by the commission check you're getting monthly? Just asking questions.
Action, but a lot of people made decisions based on fear-based decisions. And maybe
MLM people, I'm sorry I'm pausing it a lot. MLM people will interchange fear and your gut instincts, and they'll tell you that your gut instincts are fear. And fear is the mind killer. If you get that reference, good for you. Your gut instincts are valuable. Now, is all emotional Emotions are information, it's data, and you can use that data to make decisions based off of your core values and your direction that you are going on as an individual. If you have a family, you and your family are going on, etc., etc. So yeah, emotion, there's no negative emotion. Emotions are neutral. And MLMs vilify shame and guilt and fear and anger or passion, whatever. They're neutral. All of those are neutral. And they use that weaponization of emotions to keep you in the high control group longer.
Made decisions too with pressure, and they're worried about what people were going to think, and they didn't vet out their opportunities. They didn't vet out what else was out there. And so I kind of sat quiet for a bit. At one point I was like, well, I'm still going to be an advocate. I'm still going to sell the product.
I was being sarcastic when I was saying, I was being sarcastic when I said, we don't want your logic here. I apologize. Normally I will tell people because I don't get sarcasm. I probably didn't communicate the sarcasm as well as I thought I did, so I was being sarcastic because Coconuts has a lot of great feedback, and I was just being sarcastic.
Because at least the doors didn't fully close. I could still make a little money. You know, I could still take the products. It wasn't just completely doors closed on us. So again, that was a bit of a blessing. And so, you know, when I was hearing about the different opportunities, I was like, every opportunity, I wanted it to be something different, okay? So every opportunity that I was hearing of people going to, and I kind of looked at the websites, looked at the products, every opportunity I looked at was just, I could just tell that I would not be passionate. Like, I want to believe in the product. I wanted to believe in the leadership. I want to believe in the business opportunity that I can, meaning that I can bring people to business opportunity that they can win, something that's different. I didn't want to just go to another company that's similar and similar supplements, and that just didn't make any sense to me. If I were going to do it again, it had to be something innovative. It had to, well, at that point in time, not be owned by a family, okay, because Advocare was owned by a family. And so, you know, a couple weeks after, I don't remember the time.
Okay, we're getting distracted. Yes. So I will feel like when I'm recording a video, I'm like, okay, great. We talked faster this time. We added more emotion. In my head, I'm emotive. And then when I listened to it back, I was like, oh, we'll try better. We'll try again next time. In my soul, I feel emotive. And then out loud, it feels more like not as big of peaks as I'm looking for. So y'all who stick with me in the live stream, bless you. It's a thing, yeah. Do tubs of ice cream count as a snack? Yes, they do. Hey, Coco. If y'all are wondering, oh, does she really want to know what my favorite snack is? Yes. If y'all have seen any of our live streams, last night we went on a tangent about videos, movies that wrecked us as children, like the saddest movies we could think of. And now we're going to do a stream about movies at some point in the future. I really want to know what your favorite snack is because I want to be able to try different snacks because I love food. Rip.
Timeline specifically, but, you know, again, vetted things out, heard of Modere, was blown away by the technology, the business model, the variety of products, and collagen wasn't, you know, super saturated on the market at that point. And so I really just felt like it was next level. And, you know, we took off. It took me less than a year to replace my income from Advocare to Modere, and, you know, rose to the 1% of the company and helped a lot of people.
I rose to the 1% of the company. Okay. Salt and vinegar chips? M&Ms? Oh my god, yes. For me, dark chocolate M&Ms. If you've never had this, don't sleep on it. You make your popcorn, and then you put your popcorn into a bowl. Or if you're just going to eat it out of the bag, that's fine too. It's better in a bowl, though, because then you don't get the popcorn kernels at the bottom. Then you can nuke your M&Ms a little bit first and then pour them in, or sometimes the popcorn, if it's hot enough, it'll warm up the M&Ms. But you maybe microwave your M&Ms 30 seconds-ish, and then you pour them in, and you get a little bit of the salty from the popcorn and a little bit of the sweet from your M&Ms. It's delicious. Yes. I mean, tell me all your snacks. Nutella cookies. Oh my god, yes. Soft pretzel from Auntie Annie's or Wetzel pretzel. The soft pretzels from Disney are trash, and I will die on that hill.
People.
The frozen pretzels from Costco, delicious. I'll also die on that hill.
And I left a 6-figure income last June because after my last, I'd say, my first 4 years, were great, a lot of growth, helped a lot of people. But at the end of the day, I want to see people that I'm helping growing. I want to see people.
I'm going to interpret this in a second.
Truly, not only
Yes.
growing with their business, but being able to bring people on board and have something that truly sets them apart on the marketplace, right? And
Stop. Literally my favorite thing to do. Also, I love. Is those tattoos? Or if these are tattoos, I love it. Or if you're coloring, I don't know. I love this. Taste testing is one of my favorite things, except Shakeology. So, don't watch the Shakeology stream if you have a empathetic gag reflex, because it was awful. It was awful. I tried a bunch of Shakeology protein shakes with the Snark crew. It was bad. And they sent me y'all sent me flavors that we couldn't find, and then Snark crew sent me flavors to try. It was a whole thing. But I've also done a taste test. Lynn sent me a box of things to try from Norway, which was amazing. So yeah, I do have one. If you want to, if you're actually serious about sending it, I'd love to do a taste test on stream.
And so my last year, there were just different things I never would have noticed these things if I didn't go through my AdvoCare thing, because there was writing on the wall. There were red flags. But if you don't go through anything like this, how do you ever expect to see the red flags or the writing on the wall, right? So I would say
no, but I think I think someone sent Emily D. Baker them. She was trying to find something from Canada at one point. I think Runkle of the Bailey was going to send it to her. I don't remember. Oh my god. Okay, it's even better than a PO box, but is it? I'm gonna see if this is it. I have Nightbot do some shortcut things, and sometimes it's my Nemo Dory tattoo, even better. Okay, that's not the shortcut. Yes. 7710 Cherry Park Drive. The T has to be in there, by the way. It's the suite number. It's like this, whatever. And then box 219. You can ship, like, this doesn't count as a P.O. box, so it's more friendly to anybody shipping stuff there. So, yeah. Oh my god. I will have learned my lesson from Amy, which I have this incredible cross stitch that says Melaleuca is an MLM in our opinion, via Amy execution of it and Kate designing it with Amy. It's incredible. I maybe had anxiety and didn't pick it up for several weeks, and I feel bad about that. I also hope that I've given a lot of excitement because it's incredible. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Just let me know. There was a global snack community on LJ back in the day, and I had a huge sadness episode because I was unemployed and couldn't afford to participate. Oh no. That sounds very sad. Chocolate factory called Purdy's. Dark chocolate peanut M&Ms. That would probably taste incredible in popcorn that didn't have butter on it. I've heard they're really good. Oh my god. 600... Okay. I will tell the story later this week again. Regular crew already knows it, but 606 is my favorite number. And I have the very best memory because I was dedicated to that number since I was in preschool. Kindergarten, something happened that just solidified my love of that number for the rest of time. But I'll tell you later.
never saw that in AdvoCare, but the writing was on the wall. In
stop.
my last, less than a year, I'd say, probably my last 8 to 10 months, I'd say, maybe less, maybe a little less than that, there were things that started happening that were not adding up. And I'm going to straight shoot you. I'm a transparent person. I haven't been able to share my story, my truths, unless someone, I mean, I've shared little things on here, little tidbits. I never want to bash people. I never want to bash companies because
But, the butt's coming.
I still respect people that were there and that chose to stay there, right? Like I
don't understand this. I'm going to say this delicately because everyone's experience is different. I'm going to, let's say this topic is very complex. It's 3D. It's a huge sphere. I'm going to talk about a sliver of the sphere, acknowledging there's nuance, and I'm probably not going to say it and give it the respect of nuance it deserves. When people like her say, I didn't want to bad talk anybody in my old company or people in my old company, but there were really bad things to say, and you didn't say it, then all of those people that you proclaim to like get to experience the bad behavior of the person that you have bad experiences with. And again, I am going to bookend that with, I know it's an incredibly complex topic. It is 3D. It's a cloud that's very dense, and I'm only talking about a sewing needle pin. I'm just delicately touching that in the safe sense of you're in an MLM and there were people that did bad stuff there, and then you're going to let all those people you care about get exposed to the bad behavior. Anyways, please take that with the lack of nuance that I just said it with, and that my precursor is hopefully helpful. And if you don't agree with me, that's okay. If you're going to tell me in the chat that you disagree with me, can you just also tell me that you're not going to pray for me? And please don't tell me to bless my heart. Just, those two are fine. Don't call names. Fuck is fine, fuck you is not. That's the rules, okay? You don't have to understand the rules to follow the rules or to respect the rules. Melissa said, look at me, I'm such a good person because I could talk shit, but I'm choosing not to, but I could.
respect other companies and people and all the things. So it's just been really hard for me to kind of navigate this because when I left Modere, there were a certain group of people.
Yeah, and again, the victim conversation's very delicate because the real trauma in general, it seeps into like every part of you, emotionally and physically and your mind. And even when you're in therapy working through trauma, sometimes it takes years and years and years to learn to live with it, learn not to have maladaptive behaviors with coping with it. It sometimes is a lifelong deal. And victims, survivors, whatever category you think about people who've been harmed by others in, sometimes the ability to speak up isn't there. And there's no judgment or harsh words from me. In the very sliver of that cloud that I'm more referencing is multi-level marketing chicken nuggets. So. Oh, baby snark?
Oh, it's been so hard for you as you sit by the pool in Bora Bora. Maybe not the best setting for this, ma'am. No, you're good.
I just want to be careful because, like, I know those questions are going to come up in the replay. I'm always happy to just add more nuance, you know? And I'm probably not going to pick up any nuance from chats. That's why a lot of the regulars put /sarcasm, or because I will take everything as I just did very literally. And after doing this for 3 years, there's not a hope on the horizon that I'm going to be able to pick up on it, other than knowing that there's a pattern of me not picking up on it. Oh no, we talk about like uneven stuff. Asking to rebraid someone's hair, that's something we can fix in 5 minutes. That's fine. That's true. There's a difference between talking about what someone has done versus insulting them or their family, etc. If it affects other people, then talk about it if you can. If it's safe for you. If it's safe for you and your mental health to talk, then cool. I think that's the supporting structure of if it feels safe, if it is safe for you, if it doesn't harm your mental health or mental well-being, then maybe it's an option to speak up about stuff. Yes, English is my third language, but in every one of them, the basic rule is if you use but, the part you said before that is null and voided. Yes, these are our very classy rules. Fuck is fine, fuck you is not, unless the individual being covered is on the fuck you list. Members include Eric Worre, Justin Prince, Ed Milet. Oh my god, someone I follow, a workout account, was reacting to that clip of Ed Milet and that lady saying that walking is an exercise. I may have done a mini rant comment about why Ed Milet is a chicken nugget of all chicken nuggets. I'm sorry, we're going on a rant. Maybe we'll go on the rant. There's a lot of videos I've done about this already. There's a lot of videos other people have done about it. Anything on Jessie Lee specifically, I've demonetized for me personally. That's just what I wanted to do. Jessie Lee was, okay, content warning. Jessie Lee, content warning. Passing away. Mute me and I'll wave when I'm done. Jessie Lee was fighting her colon cancer with alternative medicine. You can do whatever you want with your body. She was buying into a lot of pseudoscience where the person recommending the pseudoscience was benefiting financially from her in big ways. Ed Milet was her mentor, and she was paying him bukus and bukus of dollars to be her mentor. And when she, towards the end of her life, was coming home or whatever, was flying back from her overseas doctor's appointment, she had called Ed Milet, and there is a video on this because Jessie Lee talks about it on Ed Milet's podcast, where she was like, I was really wanting to slow down and to rest and kind of just take a step back from my business. And I remember calling you on the phone, and you're like, no, Jessie Lee, you can't slow down. You have to keep whatever. So to the day that she went into the hospital for the last time where she didn't come out. Oh my God. I don't even like Jessie Lee. I'm emotional about this. She was working up until the very last because she was influenced by someone who had no medical training, who doesn't even have good ideas or solid ideas when it comes to medical science, who is making hundreds of thousands of dollars off her. And of course it benefits him to say, no, you shouldn't keep, you don't want to just go home and wait to die. No, she would have been spending time with her family. She would have been spending time with her, oh my God, her nephew. She would have been spending time with her friends and her dogs. I'm sorry, I'm an emotional. Crying is regulatory. I think fairness and justice is really important to me. I'm feeling pain because I'm talking about something that rubs up against my core values. And I'm sad. So he didn't help her slow down, and when someone's your mentor, they have more influence in your life. He specifically told her not to slow down. I didn't care or like Jessie Lee's leadership tactics. I don't like what she did as a leader. I don't like what she did as a distributor. And also, having lost multiple people to very painful endings because of their cancer, that's hard to process. So, anyways, I'm done. Apologies. And you can have different ideas or opinions about Jesse Lee. That's fine. I have the right to have different beliefs and preferences as you, and I extend you the same right. I sound like I am repeating something because those are on my Bill of Rights, and I remember them, or I have them on hand because when I get stressed out, when I get anxious, I want to be able to remember who I am very clearly. Sorry. I'm done. That is why Ed Milet is on the fuck you list. That doesn't mean I wish him any harm. It may mean that I wish he steps on a Lego or something like that. Yeah, we talked about that. We've talked about this in counseling too, about when you're having a conversation and you're talking about something that is heated or you have different ideas, and using and instead of but, it can really change the way that you communicate. Because you're looking to make connections instead of whatever. Anyways. Yeah, Jesse Lee's a study in how a person can be a perpetrator and a victim. Yeah, and so if you want to know, like, if you don't have time to watch everybody's videos on this, Savannah did a documentary style follow up. Any of Savannah's videos on Jesse Lee towards the end or after she passed away are really, I mean, all of her videos are incredible. If you're specifically interested in wondering what the hell is going on, you should go to Savannah's channel and watch those. Oh, sorry, it's a 4-part series. But that's four videos as opposed to hundreds. I definitely was like, oh my god, this is great. It's my length of stuff obviously is the longer the better. So I probably was like, Savannah did one documentary. All right, here we go. Sorry.
That definitely painted me as a bad guy. I mean, anytime someone leaves a company, goes to another company, they're always painted as the bad guy in any industry, right? I mean, when an NFL player leaves a team, they're all of a sudden the enemy, and, you know, everyone hates them all of a sudden because they go to another team, whatever. So anyways, but I saw the writing on the wall. And right now, if you are somebody that was in Modere here recently, or maybe you've gone through it in Rodan and Fields or Beachbody or a different company, the companies that went affiliate, like I get exactly, you know, what you went through, and it's really hard to process the idea of like starting over.
Yeah, no, I get it. I definitely did. I this kind of happens all the time, all the time, where I'm like, oh yeah, it's an easy watch. You can do it in one go, and it's like, no, it's a little bit longer than a one watch. Yeah, but you can just go to Savannah. You can type in Savannah Marie or Savannah space Marie in your Google search. Savannah will come up, or you can click on Nightbot. Right here. Our Baskin Robbins savant. This is a whole story that we can't get distracted with, but yes.
Over again. But I made the decision to start over. I made the decision. It was a choice to start over. And when I resigned, I didn't just pivot to another company, made all this money, and poached people. There wasn't even a product yet that we could sell. We had like the product was developing, but I knew that it wasn't going to be until November. I resigned in June, that it wasn't going to be until November.
You stop it. They weren't they doing commissionable stuff earlier than November? The product started getting shipped out with the $500 founder packs in December. Maybe it was November. They were recruiting October, earlier than October. They are classed as not, well, 1099 contractor. They can have an LLC, but they, a contractor position, not necessarily. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm thinking no. Let me just ask. Let me just ask. I'm probably ruining Red Raider's life right now. Okay, is... If payment for services you provided is listed on Form 1099 NEC non-employee compensation, the payer is treating you as a self-employed worker, also referred to as an independent contractor. You don't necessarily have to have a business for payments for your services to be reported on Form 1099 NEC. So yes, self-employed, which is probably why they think they own their own business. But it's non-employee compensation, which is different. It feels different. You don't necessarily have to have a business for payments for your services to be reported. So I think that also would put a point in the column for you're not your own boss. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a super long live. She's setting up the story to make herself the most likable person to anybody who's watching, that she was harmed by an advocate, that she was harmed by Modere, appeal to martyrdom, that she cared about people in Modere, so she doesn't hate Modere. So people who are in Modere have even less of a speed bump to listen to what she's saying, that she was a $100,000 earner in Advocare, and that she was good enough to replace her income in Modere, and she is insightful enough to see when companies are going to go out of business, and that's why she was able to jump to Make Wellness so fast, but she doesn't have any bad thing to say about anybody. She's setting up, she's not getting to the point because it's destructive influence. She's not getting to the point yet because destructive influence. Okay, bye, Elise. It used to be a 1099 miscellaneous, MISC. But you can be an LLC, yep. I can just imagine Red Raider working and doing all the smart CPA things. And then as a cartoon, and the kind of the computer, the TV is over, whatever, back in the room, and we have those little sound, whatever, deal coming out of the computer, the TV. And just Red Raider looking up and going, no. Oh, sorry. We're pulling Red Raider away. It can be a Schedule C on a personal tax return, or on a 1065 for a partnership, or 1120s for an S Corp. Thank you, Red Raider.
Member of that, not only could I start making income, but all the people that I wanted to help could start earning income. So that was even a bigger risk back then. And again, I did it because of how much I believed in this new business. And this.
No. She said that she could see the writing on the wall, and that's why she left. Now she's saying she switched companies because of how much she believed, whatever, in the business and the product. I don't know. Let's go back.
And again, I did it because of how much I believed in this new business and this new company.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Oh my God. She's not lying to you, DC. She was just, she just maybe forgot what she said 7 minutes ago. She said that she could see the writing on the wall, and that's why she left. She now is saying that she believed in the new business so much that she had to join. Bye, Heather. Oh my God. I don't know if anyone else gets irrationally angry with the lies, but welcome to my channel. Please subscribe for more rages.
but also I knew and saw things that didn't add up for a long time, and I kept it bottled up. I mean, I'd say probably 3 to 5 people in my network kind of knew what I was dealing with.
Did they? Or did Justin Prince get on a Zoom call and talk to all of his leaders and say, fuckery is afoot, and everyone decide, we're going to leave with Justin Prince? That didn't happen? Were you not on that call? Were you not on that Zoom call, allegedly? God.
One of my mentors, Justin Prince, now the founder of Make Wellness. He was the top network marketer in the world, one of the top earners in the world. He built actually Modere. He's hired as a consultant like about 12 years.
You're saying that Justin Prince was the top network marketer in the world. Have you heard of the Jaeger Group in Amway? No? There's also a lot of people who don't put in their commission slips to Business for Home, so we don't actually know what that list is supposed to be. But I can maybe promise you that there's multiple people in Amway who are far and above bigger network marketers than Justin Prince. So he can tell his group of people and Make Wellness whatever he wants. Let's put our thinking caps on and process through this. This doesn't add up. Oh, like your lies? That's true. And yes, Jessie Lee has said she was the best network marketer ever. And also, John Melton said he was the king of network marketing. Which I don't know if that was shade to Justin Prince, because a king has more, whatever, stature than princes do. If y'all haven't heard that soundbite, it's wild. Every top rep is the number one in the world. Yeah. I knew it was happening, but I kept quiet. I just can't imagine being on a ship. Let's say we're on a ship. And you see smoke coming from one of the levels. I don't know. Maybe this is a cruise ship. We don't know. And you see there's a fire, and you see the fire spreading because the amount of smoke is increasing and whatever. And you say to yourself, wow, I'm on this ship with everybody I've ever known, or everybody that I'm in the same company with. I see a problem. I see a big problem. I see a big problem because there's probably a significant amount of people who can't swim, which is wild because we're on a cruise ship. And, okay, yes, there are lifeboats. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and get into a lifeboat and leave the ship because I know it's burning, but I'm going to say fuck you to everybody else I know who's on the ship who maybe doesn't know it's burning yet. I don't know. I don't know how you do that. Other than you get threatened to be sued, but how are you going to say, shit's about to go down and you're not going to tell people that you care about, that you allegedly care about, that stuff isn't going down? Stop. Yes, agree. Broken waffles? It's true, I said so. For me, it's worse the fact that she knew something was wrong and chose to stay silent rather than someone that had no idea. Yes. Yep. There were actual people who were blindsided, sorry. And then there was her. What's interesting too, David Simony, whatever your name is, David, you should go watch on Erin's channel. She did a live stream to him. He was saying that he would follow Ozma everywhere. That they were basically siblings from another, she was his sister from another mister. And they're a month apart, their birthdays are a month apart, whatever. And he's been loyal to her for his entire career because they had trim and then they, licensed trim to Modere, all the stuff. I don't remember, you can go watch it. And he was like, oh yeah, I maybe saw something going on, but option 2, plan 2, plan A, plan B was going to a new company with Ozma. So he stayed in Modere knowing that shit was going down so he could, in my opinion, squeeze the last few paychecks that he could out of the company, knowing that he had information, and he said he's going to deny this all day long. I didn't know. Okay. All right. He doesn't know. Allegedly. Whatever. So he kept his head down, got his paychecks, recruited, and then, oh yeah, an hour after the company closes, he's in Amare. Come on, dude. Yes. As I am the most loved person on your channel for that now. Oh my god. Yeah. But yes, I still don't regret saying that either, Savannah. Oh my god. Oh, I love making friends on the internet. I mean, I like my friends, just pissing people off on the internet's not my favorite thing to do. Oh my god.
Ago to basically revamp Modere. So Justin Prince, Justin Sarah, they're at Make Wellness. Justin Sarah is the CEO. Justin Prince is the founder. He's not in the field. He's not a rep, even though he still is just incredible. And he does leadership trainings, all the things. It feels like he is, but he's not. They revamped Modere. They helped build it to a multi-billion-dollar company. And, you know, at that time, social retail and collagen, it was the next best thing. It separated all of us. We all did really, really well. But my last few months, I say 6 to 9 months, it got harder and harder to sell the collagen. It got harder and harder to bring people in on top of, and I'm not going to dive into all the details.
Was that because of comp plan changes, or was it the fact that as a recruiter, you were recruiting people, and they were recruiting people, and so your pyramid-like compensation, your pyramid-like organization was pushing you out of the market for people's interest in buying because you weren't just selling to customers, you were converting all customers to independent consultants? I don't know for sure. That's just a question I have. God dang it.
Details. But I will say, just with my entrepreneurial background, I got wind of the financial situation that Modere was in. And I also got wind of that I was being lied to significantly.
What were you being lied to about?
And manipulated. And whenever I find out that someone does not have my, interest in mind, when I find out when someone betrays me, that's where I draw the line. That person no longer, is going to be in my realm, in my...
Who was manipulating you? Interestingly enough, when these tea videos drop, they're vague as hell unless they'll bring receipts. What's interesting, and I'm not saying I think Frequency is shit, okay? We're looking at 3 people who are still in MLM who've been bringing receipts about John Melton via voice recordings and via text and everything. I am more inclined to be open to listening to someone who does have receipts. I'm not saying that it's impossible for me to believe someone if you don't have receipts, because there's twisty as hell people out there who get away with stuff because they don't leave a paper trail. I get that. I don't know who she's talking about because she will not give us any details. It's better to just be direct to consumer, but oh well. It's a pipe dream for us, Avery.
In my circle, I'm not going to do business with people like that, with companies like that, right? Like, my values mean the world to me, and what I don't take it lightly, helping people with their livelihoods and helping them bring in income. I don't take that lightly at all.
Oh, really? How many people on your team? I don't think she's ever going to see this video, but let me ask you this. If you're a top leader, or if you're someone in the downline of a top leader, does your top leader give a shit about what you make as a rep, or are they just interested in keeping you in long enough so that they get to count on the commission coming from your orders? Oh no, they care about me. If they cared about you, wouldn't they help you learn how to sell to a customer? Or wouldn't they say, okay, let's say we have 89% of people on our team still not making anything. we're wanting to drop that to 85% next month. We want to get that percentage down because we want to get that percentage as low to the 0 as possible. So if you're not making money, our team, in my opinion, isn't winning, and commission-wise, I'm not winning because whatever. Because I'm going to be open and transparent that a lot of y'all are not winning. No one's going to do that. It's ASMA. But it's pronounced Ozma. Which is very close to... I mean, it's just the A difference, but yeah. David, Simony, and her are besties, allegedly, so... But just from what I know, it's Ozma. Like ASMA. Like AHSMA in terms of... However badly I'm pronouncing that because I'm from Texas.
I don't, and neither should any of you if you're watching this. So back to what I was saying was they terminated Justin Prince, this man that helped thousands of people for years. I went to multiple leadership retreats. He willingly flew in to serve us at these retreats, to pour into us. I met his family. You know, I've seen this man in his worst moments. I've seen this leader man in his best moments. And his character is steady across the board.
Let me ask you this. There have been charismatic people who are some of the twistiest individuals who steal a lot of shit. Bernie Madoff, have you heard of him? I'm not saying Justin Prince is him. I'm saying that just because someone looks nice or can speak nicely in front of people doesn't mean that they are doing nice things in the background or that they're following the contract that they signed with the company that they're an independent contractor with. From what I understand, and this could be wrong, Justin Prince found out information about financial stuff that may have been happening with Modere and allegedly may have shared that information on a Zoom call. Allegedly. And sharing, I'm guessing some type that violated some part of his contract. So the day before he gets paid his $300,000 commission check, Modere's like, you know what? Fuck this. You broke your contract. You're dunsies. We don't care how much you've done for us. And I don't like MLMs. I'm just saying, if you're an MLM, in any MLM, why don't you read the contract? Why don't you read your independent contract that you signed? And he willingly flew in for a paycheck. Yeah. Exactly. It does feel a little bit sassy. I'm not saying MLMs are great. I'm saying that when you violate the terms of service, when you violate a contract, and then you say, oh my God, the company that you had a contract with, that you signed, that you acknowledged, they were just so hateful because you violated the contract and then they terminated you. What? I have questions. And I have questions that I don't necessarily have any of the answers to. I just know that she's being vague as hell, and she also sounds like somebody who's a loyal follower. I have a graphic for this that I made, even though it's adulterated on somebody else's website now. This is not mine. I just made it. Okay. So, you have her, or Justin Prince, whatever. Justin Prince probably up here. Top leaders of Justin Prince are here. You have core devotees here. You have rank and file members. You have your fringe member here. And then you have your further fringe members out here. Because everyone has different experiences in your cult, in your high control group. If you're wondering, well, I had a great experience. You were probably a fringe member or you were at the top of the pyramid. This can be a structure for any type of pyramid, though. Any type of high control group. She sounds either like a top leader or a core devotee of Justin Prince, aka Make Wellness MLM, in my opinion. Showtime's over. I know it may sound like, oh my god, DC, are you pro MLM? No, I'm tired of hearing misinformation online about how someone is being shadow banned on Instagram or whatever it is, slowed down on Facebook or whatever the terms are, when you can read their policies and procedures on the user agreement that you sign up with on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Snapchat, whatever. And then you start saying, I violated that. Could that be the reason that I'm getting slowed down in the algorithm? Oh, I did that. Is that the reason that I got slowed down? I'm not trying to start a fight with every conspiracy theorist out there. I'm saying let's engage our brain. Knowledge helps us. It's not always the situation that everyone's out to get you. Sometimes you didn't read your contract and you realize, oh yeah, I'm breaking all these rules. That's all. I'm done. Until next time.
And he is who he says he is. And so really, when all that kind of happened, there was a lot of confusion. And then they basically went on a campaign to destroy his name. And they had thought he started this whole new company and all this stuff. And so I'm not going to get into all those details, but
he did. Oh my God. He did start a new company. He did start a new company. How do you think you go from... How long has Make Wellness been open? How long has their awful website been on the internet? A year? Not even a year yet, right? How come their website doesn't pop up? Oh, it pops up on a sponsored. You have to type it in exactly, so it's not... Okay. I think it's been open... Oh, God. My timelines are running together. He did start his own MLM. And then he waited the year before he actually opened his MLM so that he wouldn't get further slapped by Modere. Right? I don't know. I'm confused.
that's really, in my opinion, when the heart of Modere was gone. And so it was...
That was Modere's fault. That was marketing on Modere's. That's the marketing issue on Modere's side. And Justin Prince didn't say anything. That is powerful when you are the face of a company and your name has more recognition than the company name does. That's what Modere fucked up with. So when Justin Prince left, he was a lot of the trust that people had with Modere. And so when he left, everyone was like, peace out, we're gone. And then when the company actually opened, people really peaced out.
Justin Sarah's this whole thing. And then they held this over their heads for months saying...
A year, because that is the NDA. Well, not the NDA. The one where you can't work in the same industry for a year, or you can't work in this certain distance within a year. Like, my dad had that with the company that the document services company that the last one that he left. August. But don't we find the timeline interesting that Justin Prince didn't open a company, but almost a year later, a little bit over a year, he opens a company? Oh, but the product wasn't ready. It wasn't ready yet, but he was bringing people on. People were signing up. And then everyone from Body came over to Make Wellness. Non-compete. Thank you, Red Raider. Oh, my God. Non-compete. I was like, not an NDA, it's something else. Non-compete. Live chat's coming through. Everyone's giving me the non-compete. Would we be surprised if there was a non-compete? Why would the timeline match up so perfectly for non-competes that normally happen that are a year long, then his company appears. Good night, Carmen. Thanks for hanging. Oh my God, stop, DC.
He's going to go to jail, this and that. And again, this is a guy that changed my life. He was the main reason I went to Modere. He saved and helped so many of us from AdvoCare, change our lives forever. Forever, you guys. And that ripple effect goes like into so many other people's lives, right? So that was really the beginning stages. And then, the story that was being...
There's a cult. There's a sign that you are in a destructive influence situation because the ends create the means, and then because meaning that you'll do anything to get a result that you're looking for, and that's on the destructive side, and then on the constructive side, it's the means create the end, meaning how you do something plays into your end goal. So there's more integrity with one, you lose integrity with the other one. That's what I feel like I'm hearing with her right now. It's one thing if you genuinely love the products and want to sell them and you want to help people. It's another just to jump in without caring what you're promoting. This is literally what's going on at Nueva right now. How many Zooms have we? 2? We've snuck into 2. We streamed 2. And we are, I've stuck into 3 now, I guess. We're going to watch the 3rd one on Wednesday. Literally, products are, allegedly something Peptide is coming. Then, Margie Aliprandi made every single health claim on the planet, almost, last stream. There's nothing. And basically, the people that are starting this company are basically, trust us, bro. What? And we have a shit ton of money, so everything's going to be fine. And I'm not obviously quoting word for word. You can go watch the other streams, because holy mother forking shirtballs.
Being told about that CEO that was let go. We have her, it's all this just hurrah, like, we're fine, all this like toxic positivity. And I could read right through it. I mean, my dad built multiple companies and had multiple businesses. I was a fly on the wall of a man that...
It doesn't mean anything if your parents started a business. Other than you see things, it doesn't mean that you can do the same thing. If you're training to do it, that's fine. I'm just saying that I don't know. Just because I know of someone who's successful doesn't mean that I have any inclination about how to be successful. That's all I'm trying to say.
Built a company from the ground up and sold to private equity. There's not many people in the world that know of that experience hands-on. I know the world because of him, through him being, again, I'm a fly on the wall, seeing my dad build his company, being in meetings. I mean, he even went to New York stock market, because at one point they were thinking of going public. He had multiple meetings. He almost sold the company multiple times. Then the transition of how they treated him and other people once they sold. I can go on and on. Modere was owned by private equity.
Does it suck when people lose their jobs because it was sold to a bigger company and that company has to go in and see if the people at the old company are the best fit for the new mission, the new whatever? Yeah, it sucks for the company that got sold. It sucks for the individuals that their company got sold. I'm not saying that it has evil intent, though, the way that it's coming across from her. She said that she's been around this, but you're describing being sold or having an equity company come in as evil, and that's not the case. It's just they have to protect their investment. Just like a company coming in and buying another company, they have to protect their investment. Herbalife buying Prove-It's whatever protocol thing. Herbalife's going to have to, in the next 2 years, figure out who's going to stay and who's going to go at Prove-It, and if they're even going to keep Prove It open after the 2 years. Appeal to authority entering the chat? Yes. Let's say yes. Let's go. Appeal to authority. What is the appeal to authority fallacy or illegitimate authority? Arguing that something must be true because a famous person said it, even if they aren't really an expert on the matter. For example, a celebrity raves about an MLM product, so it must be a golden ticket to success. So her saying that she has some type of natural instinct about knowing when something's about to hit the wall with a company because her dad was good at business. Appeal to authority. Her not being an expert at all. Again, she's just been dropping thing after thing after thing, info after info after info, that you should trust her. She has naturally good instincts. She can naturally build a huge team. I know how to make money. I can show you how to make money. I have been in multiple MLMs, so you can trust me. I'm never going to get out of MLM, so you can trust me. I'm with a really good company, a company that's owned by the guy who was formerly the face of Modere, the company that just closed, so my proximity to Justin Prince, it's another value add. She's just greasing all the things.
And so private equity, that's a different world. All they care about is profit. All they care about is numbers.
You should care about profit. You should care about numbers. I apologize for yelling. Budgets matter. Yes, the allocation of where the money goes, let's have discussions about that. But spending more than we have is pretty important. So an investment company, a venture capitalist company who comes in and says, we're going to give you $20 million at whatever percent, and the company is going to infuse all the things with it, and hopefully that infusion of cash helps them do way more business so that the venture capitalist company can get paid back. And if they see, our investment is going down the tubes, we're pulling $10 million out, that because Modere wasn't getting the traction that they were hoping to from the $20 million infusion. And the venture capitalist company, who they have to protect the $20 million, was like, holy shit, let's pull the 10 before we lose everything. Not that I know that for sure, allegedly. Being able to pay for things you need to run your business, like paying your employees, paying salary, paying the rent for the building, paying the all the things that it takes to run your business. Being able to make those payments is pretty important. Being able to pay for all the positions in the company, pretty important. Modere going out of business, if they don't have the cash, that's fine. Them going out of business an hour before money was going to go out into accounts, it was a choice. David Simony was like, did I get my $40,000 check? No, I didn't. That definitely tracks for Dave. So.
I'd probably say the average private equity person does not understand, what we do in the field. They don't understand the field.
Stop. Oh my God. I know this may be annoying to you if you don't normally do live streams. I probably paused more than I should. Venture capitalist firms, private equity companies. She's going to say, oh, they don't really understand what we do. They have to be able to make mindful investments in companies so that they don't lose their money. It's not just out of the goodness of their heart. They're putting money in so they can make money. They don't hide about that. I'm not saying all the things I do in ethical, I'm not going to say that all of the things feel comfy, cozy, warm, fuzzy. I'm saying that they don't necessarily lie about their intention of, I am giving you this money so that we can make money. And if we're not seeing that you're making us money, are you losing our money? And if we see that you're losing our money, we're putting a stop to how much money you can lose. That is the ask me like I'm 5 definition. I'm sure it's way more complicated than that. Cutting everyone off on payday is just cruel. Agree. And my dad was a firefighter, but I don't know how to put out a house fire. Being a publicly traded company, it's the same thing. I own stock in Apple, but I don't know how to make an iPhone. Exactly.
So long story short, red flags everywhere. And then in my heart of hearts, that's when we started Secole. If you guys don't know, my husband and I, we started an online store. We've already closed it, but that was about just over a year ago. And I was like, well, let's do this. We have our real estate. We'll continue to invest in real estate. And then we'll keep doing kind of Modere on the side. I got to be there for my team type of thing. There's nowhere else I want to go.
Oh, never mind. This is twistier. This is twistier than we thought in the beginning. She didn't leave immediately when Justin Prince left. She stayed and caught her paycheck. She cashed her paycheck up until she figured out what she wanted to do. Until she figured out that Justin Prince was starting his own MLM, that confirmed everything that Modere was saying, and then she signed up with Justin. With Make Wellness. Come on. Oh my god. I was still there for my team? What? Were you really? How did she also understand? When was it announced? Venture capital investment. Modere. What, like, was that public? I don't think that information was public, so how would she have known the writing on the wall if she wasn't apprised of that information? Modere. I want to see if there's like a Modere's financial history indicates they haven't publicly disclosed specific instances of raising funds directly from venture capital firms. However, they have reportedly been involved in various funding rounds and partnerships, which may include contributions from both private equity and other investment sources. So I guess she knew that. Modere has raised funds from 2 investors. Investors called Z Capital and Drum Capital Management. There's other investors apparently too, but I can't see those. If she knew that, okay, then she can say, shit's about to hit the fan. I don't know if the reps were told about that, or if Justin Prince heard that in the home office and then communicated that to people on his team. I don't know. I really don't. The more I listen to her, the more questions I have.
I really thought that like my direct sales career was just going to eventually go away because I fully believe that Modere was a sinking ship, and it did break my heart. So anyways, more things unfolded, you guys, and Justin kept talking about everything that he was up to, and so I seeked out opportunity, and I'm so grateful that I did, and that's why I resigned. I resigned because I trusted him. I resigned because it's a brand new product technology line, just like aloe vera, essential oils, antioxidants.
Peptides are not new, and we have questions on the efficacy of peptides taken orally, and so do scientists, which is why peptides are normally injected.
were launched to the marketplace, this is what we're doing. We are already ahead of pace of doing over 100 million our first year. We are going to have the biggest first year ever in our entire.
She says ahead of pace. That doesn't mean that they've made over 100 million yet.
Industry ever before. And what that means is the product works. There's high demand.
That doesn't mean the product works. People buying the product doesn't mean the product works. People buying because they have to buy to access their commission check maybe explains people buying. If you have actual retention of independent contractors, retention of customers, maybe that would give information that people think that it's working, but that doesn't necessarily mean any science shows that that specific supplement works. Aloe vera, pretty sure people have been breaking stems off those plants for thousands of years. Yeah, I think that's true. That wouldn't be necessarily a new thing on the market, yeah. There for her team. Which team? The team that followed her, allegedly, or the team she left behind, allegedly? I'll take slimy shit MLM hoppers say and do for 600, Alex.
Our subscription rate is out of this world. Millions in revenue.
Give us out of this world. It's like we're listening to a bomb party rep saying, wow, look at this ring. Look at the stone. When you actually listen to bomb party reps and how they describe the ring, a lot of them will not say it's pretty or it's incredible. They'll say it's out of this world. It's very vague. That seems positive, but it is neutral. She is giving us the same vagueness. She's not giving us any details yet. Hello, Tiffany.
A month in just subscriptions. People are coming back and reordering these incredible products, 30-day supply, consumable product. That's a really important thing. But I pivoted because it was next level. It was the future of wellness. It was the.
You just said that you said earlier Justin Prince left Modere, and that impacted people's trust in Modere, something to that effect. I think they're struggling. I'm selling sales on their products with all their reps now. Oh. You're seeing sales on their products from all their reps. Medications equals remedies, yeah.
Future of affiliate marketing for the modern affiliate marketer.
They said that in Modere. Justin Prince and all the reps said that Modere was they were the ones that pioneered social marketing, that they were on the front lines of creating whatever. And now that they're in Make Wellness, maybe she's saying this about Make Wellness. Justin Prince also said something in his call. Did he say it in his call? No. Was this Nueva? No. Hold on. I do streams too much, I think. I'm trying to think. Somebody said, maybe it was Nueva. Never mind. Ignore me. They're all running together in my head. She pivoted to get in at the top. Shelby? Yes. Guys, I need to finish my literature review, but I want to watch Hun say wild things. Abby, I want you to be self-control. Focused. And also, I understand the struggle. This video is about 9 more minutes. So take that into consideration with how much I rub my mouth.
The people that still love direct sales. It's a hybrid business model. It's not owned by private equity. It's not just, here's another collagen product. I'm just going to go here. Because I can make more money. No. This was a massive, massive, intentional, strategic move to be a part of history.
On her part, I guess. Even though she, again, just like David Simony did, except she did it a little bit earlier, she waited until she had somewhere to go, and she took her paycheck, even though her heart wasn't in it, up until the day she left. Allegedly.
I knew it was Justin Prince, one of the top network marketers in the world. He has a proven track record. Peptides that are not mainstream, but eventually everyone's going to know about bioactive precision peptides and what they do. I stopped taking the collagen. I stopped taking all those products because of what these products do with inflammation, hair, joints, anti-aging, targeting your cells, the cellular level.
Guess what? I'm sorry. Do you know that what you're saying and how you're saying it, you're not allowed to say? It's because it's under deceptive under the Section 5 of the FTC Act. And if you were going to say, oh my God, well, the FTC had to put it on their website because of the courts or whatever, I don't give a shit. Because guess what? They still prosecute people who break the rules about that Section 5 now. You're not allowed to make structure function claims about supplements. You can make claims about ingredients that have been proven to impact a structure function, like biotin can help your hair, skin, and nails. You cannot say your product can help with hair, skin, and nails if it only has biotin in it. Not only, but if biotin is one of the ingredients, you can't say, oh, my peptide can help hair, skin, and nails. You have to be specific. It's fine. What do I know?
Helping your body work more efficiently. And so ever since I've been on the products, I feel like Superwoman. And you guys, not only have I pretty much my income, my business, doing bigger things than I ever have before my 13-year career, but the best part is my team of affiliates that are winning. We have thousands of people. That was my vision, was that, okay, if I go here with someone I like, know, and trust, I know has my best interest. It's not owned by private equity. It's not just like a quick little shift over to a similar company with the same old BS on.
This is shade. If you don't know all the stuff going down, this is shade to Amare. Asma, the former CEO of Modere, was let go. Asma went to Amare as their CEO. Asma and her brother were the ones who had the patents, who originally created the trim biocell stuff. I think Modere ended up picking it up somehow. That part of the picture's fuzzy, but David Simony came to Modere because Modere had trim, and Asma became, I think, the CEO at that time. She got let go last year. She went to Amare. So within the hour, some reps were already joining Asma at Amare because they trusted Asma, and also Amare's getting trim because she's the one that owns the patent for it. So the shade that Miss Ma'am is throwing is at Amare because people are going to Amare because of familiarity with their CEO and familiarity with the collagen product. Hello, Lily. Oh, I got too mad to stay lurking. Oh, I'm sorry, Lily. It's good to see you, though. Oh.
Honestly, this is where not only can I win, like great, whatever, but I can help so many more at a larger scale win. And that's what
you can get so much more commission than you did before because you're at the top of a fucking pyramid. Because you got in early. And your team, a large chunk of your team probably came with you. I'm not activated. I'm just taking a second to regulate myself. Yes, she is trying to sell us Justin Prince, essentially. Does she circle back to how terrible this is for those who got dropped in the end and lost everything, including their last paycheck, or is it all about her to the end? Yeah, I think it's all about her because you're supposed to know, like, and trust her so that you want to join her at the end of this video. And even though she said she's not going to talk shit, she is talking shit about Modere. Hello, Denise.
We've already done. Like, if you told me a year ago right now that I would be in Bora Bora, it's not about this, but my husband and I love to travel. We haven't gone overseas in like a year and a half. We've been in grind mode, okay? But if you would have told me a year ago that I'd be sitting right here and Air just got shut down, have one of the fastest growing teams in network marketing, helping thousands of people win with health and wellness and their financial situation, I don't know if I would have really believed it. I don't know. So to follow back, I'm going to kind of wrap this up.
Oh, God.
So I had a really hard
Is this Courtney Shortney? She said she's going to wrap it up. There's still 7 minutes left. 1 million minutes later. Please hold. I have a visual soundbite, and I also have SpongeBob. Let's see. I hope this isn't super loud.
1 hour later.
1 hour later. I have... Hold on. We're distracted. Please hold. I need to put on my visual sound bites because I have about 300 of them now, and SpongeBob. Late again. I have a late again for us too. There we go.
Hour later.
Yay, that was totally worth the pause. 1 hour later.
time yesterday. I cried when I heard the news. I was very emotional because, like, deep down, I really thought it was coming, but I thought Modere was going to go affiliate. I thought they were going to at least just...
You said you saw the writing on the wall, so that's why you got out. Didn't she say that? She said when you say, hey, I see the writing on the wall, doesn't that mean like something awful is going to happen, like the company's going to close down? Something awful that's going to happen is a company going affiliate where someone can only make commission off of their customers? That's the writing on the wall? Maybe I assumed. I thought she was being... I didn't know she was... Maybe I didn't realize she was being catastrophic. Catastrophizing everything. Dear God. Callie was like, if I was in Bora Bora, I wouldn't be on the internet. I think that's the collective opinion of everyone in the chat. I mean, I might be on the internet to like re-download a new book so I can read it on my Kindle, but I can't scroll the internet on my Kindle, so.
Like, okay, people can still sell the products, but they can go to another company. Like, I knew that was in the near future. Like, I knew that. And some didn't believe me. Some thought I was crazy. And again, I wasn't.
Yeah, why do we trust someone who'd rather be on a live stream than enjoying like your super expensive vacation in a beautiful place? That's our question. Kind of like someone can have a super cute backdrop and super cute style and they sell Bomb Party. It's like, you know cute stuff. And it's not, for me, it's not, wow, all this is cute, so Bomb Party must be cute. I'm like, no. It's like the Emperor has no clothes. It's like that story with the Bomb Party rings. It's like that here too. I'd use the internet to tell people I was alive and then lose my phone in the luggage. Callie, you're so smart. She absolutely said she saw the writing on the wall.
Blasting it everywhere. But when people seeked me out and heard my story, they obviously understood and then got on board with me. But I thought that was going to be the next step. Instead of, oh, all of a sudden, not going to warn anybody, cut everybody off, doors closed. That was probably an extra level of just shock for me. And unfortunately, more companies are going to be doing that this year for many reasons. But I'm so confident in where I'm heading. And
I'm so confident that you want to probably stay in an MLM so you can make money off of your downline, even though they probably aren't making any money. You should come join me in Make Wellness because we're definitely not going to be one of the companies that turn affiliate this year because that's so awful. I was being sarcastic just then.
if you are somebody that's watching this and you just got everything stripped from you yesterday, I know the feeling. And I'm going to tell you this, that you might roll your eyes, you might not fully believe me, you might think it's BS.
Quoque? Is this a two quoque fallacy? No, it's not two quoque. Oh, quoque. I don't know. I take pictures, but I'm thinking about getting into the camera scene to not bring my phone anymore. You know what's a really good camera that's like fun for me? This is I've had it for 5 years now. It's probably old as shit. It's a Sony A6400. You can treat it like a kind of a point and shoot, but you can also you need to get a lens, but you can get a pancake lens for it. Like if you're just kind of going and wanting to take pictures while you travel, or you can put a bigger lens on it. It's mirrorless. The better ones, like the newer ones, are fancier, but like it does everything I want it to do, and I can put lenses on it. So, anyways, sorry about the sidetrack.
Whatever, but I want you to marinate on this and think about this and like really deep think this. Looking back on my journey, I thought my life was over. I was like, I'm done with this industry. I was mad. I was so mad and upset and heartbroken, and I could have let that stop me. If I let that stop me, I would not have went on to impact and serve so many people at the next level, help many people leave their corporate jobs and have more time to live out their callings in life, have more time to have time flexibility and do what the heck that they want to do without a job and a boss dictating their every move.
Where's the logic here? Modere just went under. They were a multi-level marketing company. Make Wellness is a multi-level marketing company. You have independent contractors in Modere, formerly. You have independent contractors in Make Wellness. You thought Modere was going to be it, or maybe you thought Advocare was going to be it. Modere, you trusted Justin, you thought it was incredible. You trust Justin, you think it's incredible, and you wanted people to join you because it's a sure thing? Well, weren't you sure that Modere was a sure thing until you saw the writing on the wall, which was affiliate instead of the company going under? What? Good night, Melissa. Thanks for hanging out. I do like, in terms of stability, that if you get an iPhone and you can take some really good video like 4K and there's stability already built in, and you're gonna depending on the lens or the body itself, if you want to do video on your camera, that it's something to think about. It's worth it either to pay the difference to wait to get something with stability, or the lens sometimes has stability in it in terms for video, so you can really increase your costs if you don't just want to use your camera as your 4K for shooting. Yeah, the concept is based off of some stuff from Steve Hassan. I just created this. The graphic, I mean.
Money dictating their every move. And on top of that, blessing so many people with the products, right? If I would have just let that stop me, I really don't know where I'd be. So my advice and tips for you, a couple things to be thinking about, is you're not done. You're not done. It's just a company. It's just a product.
It's just a company. It's just a product. You can do what you're doing anywhere because the product doesn't matter. The company doesn't matter. It just has to be open. It just has to have a multi-level marketing plan. Oh, is that not what she said? Oh, did she not say that? Sorry, I was just listening to her. When someone says, like, oh, don't worry about the product, this is the vehicle that's going to get you to financial freedom or get you to how you want to retire or get you to blah, 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 the product should matter. Can you imagine, and I'm not saying these big corporations have the best of intentions. I am saying that they do employ a lot of people and they do serve the needs of a lot of people. Do you think Target was like, you know what? It doesn't matter what we sell. We're going to tell the employees this is going to be their vehicle to making an hourly paycheck. And it doesn't matter what we're going to sell. They're going to be able to make a paycheck. I mean, that's maybe what it is for some people, but being able to have job security means that you're going to have customers that come into the store to buy your product so that the store can make a profit and then they can pay you your hourly wage. In MLM, it's 100% commission-based only. So if you don't sell anything, $0. If you don't recruit anybody and you have no one on your team, $0. And if you don't buy the monthly requirement of PV, meaning Make Wellness requires you to, from what I understand, if you want to participate in the ranking system, you have to buy a certain amount of products monthly. And if you don't get your commission check. Oh, that's not right, DC. Yeah, yes, it is right. I know, Andrea. We just watched Courtney Shortney, and I don't know if you saw that one. We watched a Courtney Shortney video the other day where she's going live. We watched it with live chat, then I made a video, so it's probably shorter than a live stream. We were collectively raging as a live chat together when we watched it because we weren't sure if it was going to be good or not. Courtney's live streaming, and her kids are playing upstairs. Cool. Kids are playing upstairs, and you hear one of the kids bawling their eyes out at one point. And the kids crying gets to a certain level that Courtney yells upstairs about something. And then she yells, "Make sure y'all get on his level. He's super emotional right now." And we're all thinking to ourselves, I'm sorry, are you not the parent anymore? The kids come downstairs. The smallest one that was crying goes through the kitchen to sit at the table. And the other one was saying, "Hey, he's bullying me." And Courtney was like, you have to treat him how you want to be treated. And so essentially saying, hey, this kid's bullying you. It's your fault because the bully is going to mirror your behavior perfectly. Kids at that developmental stage don't mirror perfectly. They not just don't mirror perfectly, they're not going to mirror the actions in every single interaction. The things Courtney said on that was just wild. And it's like, wild again. It's just wild. It's wild because the time freedom. Courtney is streaming and saying, oh, we're going to be done in a few minutes. 30 minutes later, she then closes down her stream, but time freedom. And she gets really short with her kids, and then she's super sickly sweet to her camera. And I'm like, these priorities are fucked up. You're going to be nicer to the people on your live stream than you're going to be nice to people you actually live with. Time freedom, not there. Time freedom here, not here.
Like, I hate to say that too, but it's just the truth. People shift companies, shift professions. Like I said at the beginning of this call with NFL players, athletes, they change teams. They get recruited to other teams. They go to other teams. People go to other companies and businesses because the pay is better, the product is better. There's nothing wrong with that.
You just said the product doesn't matter. She just said the product doesn't matter. The product, the business don't matter. Now she's saying the money's fine. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with you pivoting to something that is different.
She just said her different is better, though.
I'm so glad back then that I didn't pivot to a company that was similar to the same thing that I was doing.
Okay, this is damage control because people are going to Amare, and they think Amare is too much like Modere, and that they're scared about going with something new because of Justin Prince. So this was done on a Saturday, the day after everything went down with Modere, and she's saying, don't you want to go for something that's not the same, that was dying before? That's what she's saying.
I wanted a different story. I wanted a different business model. I wanted different ownership.
Okay.
I wanted something that was futuristic. I wanted something that wasn't saturated on the market. I wanted something that I knew that I could bring people to, okay? So you're going to feel hurt. You're going to feel sad for a while, but don't sit in that for too long.
You're allowed to feel your feelings, but it's only for a specific time period. Because if you feel your feelings too long, then you're not going to be able to come into a new multi-level marketing company. You're going to be at the bottom. And are you going to make money at the bottom? No, you're not. Oh, she didn't say that. Sorry.
What Modere did for you provided you so much value, but it prepared you. It's the warm-up to the championship game. It's preparing you.
Appeal to martyrdom, the stuff that happened to you that was bad, or you can only be successful because bad stuff happened to you. Appeal to martyrdom.
Let it make you stronger. Let it mold you and shape you. Look at all the amazing memories that you created.
Hey, Jennifer.
I'm so grateful for all the memories, for the income I earned, for the lives I impacted, what I learned, how much I grew, like be grateful for it. And lastly, some business advice.
I'm sorry, this is not lastly. 5 minutes left.
Some business advice is don't
thank you,
just
Jennifer.
lean
That's
into
sweet.
people that, you know, maybe you're in their downline and, oh, you think they have your back and woo. Seek out people that have the life that you have. Okay, that's also very important. Like, seek out other people and hear about other opportunities. What you've
She's only saying that because she wants people to come to her. She doesn't want people to truly ask about other MLMs. She just wants them to be open to her pitching you Make Wellness. I've never heard the twistiness we've heard with multiple Make Wellness reps. We watched Holistic Housewife the other day, which was twisty. We're watching her, which is twisty. They're both in Make Wellness. They're putting up the image of, we're going to be so reasonable and you should really shop the opportunities that you can go to and then make your decision. But I can promise you, this is going to be the best decision you can make.
What you may have heard about what we're doing, I can tell you right now, is complete BS. What we are doing is real. It's not hype. We are changing more lives than I've ever seen before with Make Wellness and these peptides. But I don't want to make this live video about like, oh, go check out Make Wellness. That's not what this is about.
That's literally what the entire video has been about. 21 minutes, 27 seconds. It's been all about you. It's been all about how you made the right decision and that if anybody makes the same decision, they're going to be right with you. That you have empathy for Modere and that those Modere people will feel safe because you don't hate people in Modere, but you do hate what happened to them. That she's been doing this the entire video. She's literally peeing on us and telling us it's raining. I'm not here for it.
Don't just hip hop to the next thing that, you know, you can just transition to. It'll be easy. Do the thing that might be a little bit harder, or, you know, you might get a little more pushback from, because most likely.
Man, put on some sunscreen. Her shoulders are getting roasted.
That route is the best route for you. Take the narrow route. Take the narrow path. Don't just take the easy route. Don't just take.
You haven't missed anything. She's just contradicted herself the entire time. And she said, oh, I don't want to make this about me or whatever. And she's made the entire live stream about herself.
The easy path, okay? So vet out opportunities. Don't just follow somebody to follow somebody. Seek things out. Ask people who are having success. Talk to them. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'll do what you want better. Talk to people who are having success and ask them if you can talk to some people in their downline. Number one, and how many people in their downline are making an income? Are they profiting from their income? They're not going to be able to answer that question. They're going to not give you a specific answer, and you deserve specific answers to questions you ask of anybody in MLM. Oh yeah, Justin Prince is never wrong, and you got to suffer to be successful, Andy.
Don't make fear-based decisions. Do not make fear-based decisions. That is so, so important. Don't just, it's not about necessarily just the product. You, just know, you have built influence and credibility. People trust you. People buy from people they like, know, and trust. But if you're about to pivot, you just got everything taken away from you. If you're about to pivot, it's a great time to do something that is different. That is the future, okay? That is.
She just said people buy from people they know, like, and trust. And then she said it's really important that whatever you go to, you need to be able to stand behind the product because you're going to ruin your credibility if you shill something that you don't believe in. She didn't say that. That wasn't the next step in her logic spew that she's doing. She said, here, we'll rewind it a few seconds.
People buy from people they like, know, and trust. But if you're about to pivot, you just got everything taken away from you. If you're about to pivot, it's a great time to do something that is different. That is the future, okay? That is fresh, new to the marketplace.
Fresh, new to the marketplace. When is she going to say you need to be able to stand behind the product you're selling? Oh, because the vehicle is the only thing that matters. Got it.
make a business decision. Yes, there's going to be emotions tied to it, but don't just make fear-based emotional decisions either. So, looking back on, me, I chose courage. I still was afraid. There was actually a time where I called the person I was going to sign up with. I was like, I actually don't want to do this yet. I'm going to stick with Avocare. Like, I just don't feel like it's right. And I'm actually really glad that I took that leap of faith. I'm so glad.
Hey, you need to make a decision, but be open to making a decision that may scare you. And I'm going to reinforce my recommendation with my experience, even though it's anecdotal. And I probably have an experience that is not like other people because I was already at the maybe close to the top in Advocare. And then I went to Modere, and I might have brought a significant portion of my team with me. And then I made the same. I was able to catch up with my old income within a year at Modere, and then I was sitting pretty for 4 years, and then shit hit the fan. And then, because it was still hitting the fan, even though I was getting a paycheck, my lobster Jeebus, you know who he is, Justin Prince, opened his own company, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go be at the top of the pyramid somewhere else. Oh, she didn't say that. Sorry.
Glad I did it. I did it with fear still in me. I did it. I was scared.
You're going to be scared to come join my team, but let me just tell you, the fear that you're feeling, that's the right feeling, because I was scared and that led me to good things, and you're scared, so it's going to lead you to good things. No, that doesn't logic.
Still a little skeptical on not really knowing what the future was going to hold. Was it going to work? I don't know. What are my customers going to think? What is my team going to think? But when you guys pivot to something different, you're going to have people that come out of the woodwork. You're going to have people that have been watching for a long time. Your team is going to look a lot different than the team that you had. So I just want to share that. And I'm truly thinking of.
I'm just reading between the lines. Do it scared. Yep.
Of everybody affected by what happened yesterday. It was an emotional roller coaster of a day. I was on the phone a lot, and
hey, you know what? Shit hits the fan. I'm sorry you're scared. I'm on vacation. It is going to be better for you to sleep for 24 to 48 hours, unless people were wanting to join our team, and then she was like, you know what? I got to make some money. Hey, I'm going to tell you, you're really emotional about leaving Modere. I don't want you to make a decision to come join me because you're emotional. Why don't you sleep on it for 48 hours, or why don't you sleep on it for a week, and if you still want to come over, we can talk about it when I'm back in town. No? That's not the way to go? That's not the way?
it was truly everything that I was afraid of happening. No lie. I mean, for months. And when I left, I mean, I couldn't talk to people. There's policies where like you have a whole year where you can't, talk to people. So some people felt blindsided by me. Like I couldn't tell them out of respect for other people's businesses, right? And that's just my.
This is bullshit. You know why it's bullshit? She went to Justin Prince. Justin Prince, we have the PDF. We have the PDF of Justin Prince's book about how to go to a new company and not get sued. So you're telling me that he didn't give out this information to anybody who's coming to join his team on how to leave your company so you can join Make Wellness and not get sued? Come on. I wasn't born yesterday. Sometimes I am, but I wasn't born yesterday today.
Heart, but I just knew I couldn't align myself there with the leadership, with the products, with the company. I knew I was being lied to. I don't show up inauthentic. So now.
You're saying you don't show up inauthentically or inauthentic, whatever, but you're not going to give us any receipts. You're not going to give us any specifics about what happened that led you to this decision. So trustworthy, ma'am.
The doors are closed. That's why I'm sharing my truth, that I did it because I knew how big of a deal it was going to be. I really knew in my heart of hearts, the writing was on the wall, you guys, with Modere. It was. Like, I saw it. And there were many times, not like I just quit and like, oh, it's getting hard. No, it was a long process to come to the decision that I did. I'm so grateful that I did what I did. But I'm thinking of all of you that are impacted by this. I'm cheering you all on. Network marketing is the greatest opportunity in the world. The lifestyle that you can have, the impact, the income that you can make is Like on other is like, I'm struggling with words here at the end. Oh my Lord, you guys, it's not like anything else out there. Okay.
We're almost done.
So I really hope that this helps and it feels good just kind of get some things off my chest. I just didn't want to come on here and, you know, obviously deep dive different things that happen and, you know, all.
I'm going to tell you information about that I haven't ever been able to tell you before. And then she proceeds to give us no information. And she's like, I just didn't want to go into the details. They never do. They never do. Where's the receipts? Where's the details? Where's the timestamps? I don't know. Where's something of substance?
All the reasons why I left, but I just wanted to highlight a few things. Ownership of the company. That is so, so important. So ownership, leadership, and then having a product that no one has is so, so important. So thank you guys.
She literally said, okay, never mind.
Guys for listening, cheering everybody on. Like I said, I just hope that none of you lose your desire and passion for this industry because you still have a place on my team and you're going to be welcome on my team. And I'm going to be so grateful and so happy for you and so supportive if you join my team. I don't want you to lose hope in MLM because I need people in my downline. Whatever you do next, like I really am cheering you on, whatever that looks like, whatever company, whatever product. And just
this is a sales tactic to not be too desperate for the other person to buy what you're selling. So you kind of have it in an open hand deal where it's like, whatever you decide, you're the best person to make the decision on and I support you in that. And so that builds some type of trust in the person buying. So they end up buying from you.
No, it's okay to pivot. Take action. Don't be paralyzed. Don't just sit and not do anything for a long time. Like you do want to take action at some point. And yeah, obviously, I will say if you want to hear about what we're doing over here at Make Wellness, I am just a message away. And
that's true.
I would look at multiple options yourself and vet things out, like I said in the beginning of this call. So love you all. Stay tuned too for the rest of, some of my Bora Bora content. I got to get back to, we're going to get into the water and snorkel and stuff, but just really wanted to share my heart. So love you all, and I'll see you guys next time.
You could have been snorkeling, and instead you were giving us this awful talk. We did it. Where is it? I know we have Dora. Please hold. Oh my god, we did it. DC, why do you play lots of different types of things on your channel? I don't know. It just happened, and we have to do it when we survive an awful video. She really gave up snorkeling so that she could do this live stream? Yeah, reapply some SPF. I know, it's like, well, what did we learn? Nothing. Just kidding. Oh my god. A 6-figure income can disappear overnight, but apparently MLM reps can always bounce back if they have a new downline to poach. Oh wait, that's not what I was supposed to learn. Oh. The Make Wellness pitch isn't just a pivot, it's an entire rebrand, and that includes peptides, emotional appeals, and some real culty vibes. Oh my god. I know not everyone from Modere is going to Make Wellness. Ex-Modere reps are wondering, some of y'all are still wondering what's going on. Some of y'all have joined Nueva, even though they don't have any products yet, but they're claiming a lot of things. And all we've been told, we were on Zoom number 1. The guy Brian McMullen, they're like, hey, this guy, Brian, he has a shit ton of money. He's owned several multi-level marketing companies. We have the money. And then he has some stuff we can sell, and we're going to get stuff out in a week. Then, on the other Zoom we joined, John Melton was like, we don't want to make promises that are going to disappoint you, so, in the next 45 days, in the next 90 days, and I was like, everyone in the live chat, I felt like we were all looking at each other saying, didn't somebody say 1 week on the first call that you were going to be able to deliver a product in 1 week? And now the goalpost has been shifted, maybe one of many. I learned that her dad had a business and that she's trying to recruit people and that just got dropped by Modere. Yes, I love that. Pool snorkeling? Hopefully not. Hopefully it's better snorkeling than that. Did anyone catch the "I didn't poach, there was nothing to sell yet" excuse? Ma'am, what in the compensation plan deflection was that? She definitely poached, in my opinion. But also, she poached. She definitely poached. She definitely poached, in my opinion. But also, whatever. If you've been burned by MLMs or felt gaslit out of your own gut instincts, you're not alone and you're not crazy. That's what I've liked about being out of MLM, even though I still have moments where I'm like, what? Am I crazy? But it gets better the longer you're out, I think. Even though some days are still hard, obviously. Weeping willows unite. Whether you're still in one or just out, keep asking questions, keep watching the red flags, and remember it's okay to leave. Not just pivot, it's okay to leave. And that may sound wild now, and it may sound too scary to do now. I think lots of us in the chat know how hard it is, and a lot of us know, and I'm one of the stories where it was really painful to leave, and I have been delighted to hear about people where it wasn't as painful for them to leave, and that they still maintain their friendships. And I hope that's the case where maybe you're able to leave and you're still able to maintain those friendships. And I hope that's the case for you if you really want to leave. Burned by lack of SPF. Yep. What stood out most to you in this video? I will say her shoulders getting roasted from minute 1 to minute 25. What else was I surprised? Oh, that she apparently knew good business or had good business instincts because her dad was good at business. The hypocrisy was surprising. No, that wasn't surprising. We expected that. Her love and adoration for Justin Prince was surprising. Also, for anyone that's still in, you are always welcome here, unless you're Ed Milet. Then not then. I don't know. I felt like this was a love letter to Justin Prince. Am I wrong? I feel like it was a Justin Prince like fan club letter, or when you ever have to make those video entries to win like backstage passes for somebody's music event, and then they pick the one that's most on brand or most, I don't know, it hits all the right points. That could also be this. The collagen confessions. Yeah, she apparently hates collagen now, that she's surviving totally fine without collagen, even though for the past 5 years she's probably been like, I can't live without this collagen. She didn't even acknowledge her former love for a product that she probably would formerly die on the hill of. Collagen is a necessity and I would never go another day without eating the trim, to now, I don't even take the products anymore. Hello? A little bit of a stand letter. Yes. Yep. Let me know in the comments if you're going to catch the replay and live chat. It's been a delight, as always. I don't know what else to say. Don't forget to take your meds. Hydrate. Eat a snack. It's good for your mental health. If you're doing hard things tomorrow, do something nice for yourself after. Oh, God. We are going to be streaming Wednesday for sure. We're going to be streaming on the 24th for Broken Waffles. Probably earlier in the day. Hopefully that you can be there. I don't know. Please remember that we don't drink the Kool-Aid here, and I was like remembering our conversation earlier. We don't drink the Kool-Aid here. We analyze the ingredients. I will see y'all next time, and deuces, huns. Oh my God, where's my outro?